Okay, so as I was saying, when I was living in the crash pad with all of the Portuguese speakers, they taught me to put garlic basically in everything, even my sweet tea, whatever. It's just, and my immune system, because I'd had a crappy immune system my entire life. And when I started flying, oh my gosh, like the sinus, you can't even imagine. Think about it, 7 flights a day. That was my max. Usually it was around 5 or 6. But when I was in DC, max maybe like 3 or 4 times a month, having 7 flights in a day. That's 14 times, right? Up and down, right? I blew both eardrums. My doctor was like, you put 100,000 miles on like these 20-year-old or whatever 30-year-old eardrums, like that, not supposed to have it just by going up and down, working in a pressurized cabin, right? And then as sensitive as I am, right? And that's a superpower. So you can, oh, she's so sensitive. Oh, I am. I'm so sensitive that if you walk in a room with me, I can pick up what you were doing. All right. So let me rein it back in. So right now I've got who am I? I've got my chives here. Like I said, they keep really well in the fridge. You can stick them in water, either on your windowsill, but if you're just in the hotel or whatever, you can just put them in a wet paper towel and they'll keep really well. And then you can just like snip them. I go with fresh garlic. Here's the thing: is people are like, oh my gosh, garlic, your breath or whatever. If you use the jarred garlic that's like soaking in oil and everything like that, you will smell like garlic. It will if you use fresh garlic. And people they didn't believe me, right? We're flight attendants. We can't be just I'm using fresh garlic. I'm talking about chunky. But here's the thing: is I started losing weight. I was there for 1 month and I lost so much weight that everybody's like, what are you doing? My ex-boyfriend, who also worked for the airlines, I see you, Swa, like lost 60 pounds in 2 months doing this, right? Granted, for one of those months I was cooking for him and I was, making the tea and all the other stuff. And then I gave him the recipe and he dropped even more. Everybody's like, what is going on? But they saw so much like garlic going in it. They're like, we can't, but your body will process the garlic. If it's not marinated in oil and staying in your fat, especially when you're losing weight, like this is a master cleanse. You're not eating anything else. There's honey in there. It's keeping you going, right? Like this is a 2 week, like lose 14 to 15 solid pounds, right? And if you just keep it up and do like OMAD and which is once a day, all of the things whatever that you can do to keep yourself healthy. But as a person that has to be this close in a closed cabin, in a pressurized cabin where there's recirculated air, like you have to be really careful about hygiene, right? And so the garlic thing was, but if you do the fresh garlic, your body will just burn it off like it does a carb, right? But if you do the like, I'm gonna get the fake stuff because I'm too lazy to cut it up, you're gonna smell like an old grandmother. I promise you.